Hey guys, it's Bina, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about things to farm, favorite farming, efficient farming, memory amber. So I have a list of a couple of things that you might want to farm in Last Epoch. We're going to go ahead and talk about some of the testing I have been doing and the numbers I've been getting and what I think is the most, the best options for farming. So this will not be a video where I tell you exactly this is absolutely 100% certain the most efficient way of farming in Last Epoch, because a lot of things change depending on the build that you are playing, depending on whether you are softcore or hardcore, depending on what you need for your specific build, right? Or for your needs or for the builds that you are playing. So there's a lot of different things that you might want to farm. I'm going to talk about some of the options. I'm going to talk about the benefits of doing one thing or another, and you can decide which method you want to do. And there's always going to be some different options, and the more people test, the more we will come together and get to better conclusions as to what is the most optimal farming setups in Last Epoch. So let's start right away with what are the things that you might want to farm, right? So you might want to farm Runes of Havoc and Redemption. Those are really good for crafting, for example, getting your proper Exalteds, getting your slams of tier 7s that you want, properly crafting your double tier 7 Exalteds. So those are very important, especially Havocs. COF favor. So if you are Circle of Fortune, this is very, very important to have a good amount per hour, because that is one way that you can target farm pretty much everything in the game, whether it is uniques with LP, whether it is you can also target farm Havocs. You can also target farm Idols. You can target farm, it's the main way of target farming everything in the game when you are COF. So your favor is very important. Memory Amber. This is used with the Woven faction, right? In the background, what you see here is me speed farming. That was one of my tests that I did in Ritual Lake. We'll talk about this a little bit later. But Memory Amber is the Woven faction currency, and then this allows you to buy Woven echoes, and some of these echoes are very good, like Trove, for example, to be able to proc a lot of imprints based on the caches, or there are some methods of farming which are related to Memory Amber spending as well, like the Lostwood foley with the Lostwood foley surrounded by the shrine map and stuff like that. So we're going to be talking about how to farm Memory Amber as well. You might want to farm bones. So bones are a new currency in season 3, which are used to buy some either some materials or some primordial uniques. The primordial uniques are the ones you can only have one equipped at once on your build. So bones are pretty scarce, and you always want to have more bones. We'll talk about beast materials. So the beast materials are related to bones in a way where you get those by killing beasts and upgrading your beasts and evolving them. Imprints. So there's a few imprints that you might want on your Weaver tree. The kill imprint, which is just used on general kill. When you kill stuff, they have a chance to drop that specific imprint. And it says in your regular echoes, I am not sure if the kill imprint, the one at the top right, is only procced in regular, like as in non-woven echoes, or if it can also proc in woven echoes. I'm not 100% sure. I think it doesn't proc in woven echoes. I could be wrong about this, but it does proc a lot, this one, in the Ritual Lake farming method here that you see. Imprint caches. So there's the cache imprints, which is mainly used with the Trove Woven Echo. You get those by opening caches, and in that Woven Echo specifically, there's a bunch of those, so it's very, very good. Imprints for Echo reward. So as you complete echoes, the small reward in the middle of the echo of a world that you come back in between each echo, right? There's a small reward in the middle, and then there's a chest at the right. So it's the reward in the middle here that procs the echo reward. So this one, there's a couple of strategies as well for this one, but this is another imprint that you might want to farm. The champion imprint, the one at the left of the woven tree, that one is the more basically the more you kill champions, they have a chance to drop items with a sealed affix that is going to be it can be up to equal of the tier of the item that you have of one of its affixes. So if you want to seal something like a tier 7, this can be excellent to try to farm, but this is a way it's way more RNG, since you're not guaranteed to get on the proper base. It doesn't drop a similar item. It only can drop up to the tier of the affixes. But with this patch, we got Glyph of Envy. The Glyph of Envy enables you to change the base of an item, so that might be a bit more viable with this patch. And then we have like new double tier 7. So you wanna find double tier 7s. You want to find double tier 7s to be able to imprint them, and then get a lot of them to get your proper tier 7 with the proper affixes that you want to slam onto your legendaries. So those are the things that you might want to farm. And so I'm going to talk about a few methods that I've tried today for farming. I'm not going to talk about everything, but a few methods that I've tried and how much favor I was getting. So Ritual Lake. So I did this farming at 500 corruption. This is the farm that you see in the background. I was actually at 495 corruption. But it was around on this particular build, which reaches about 245% movement speed. I got 166k favor for 55 minutes at 500 corruption. I did die to a beast. This was done in hardcore. Again, beasts are extremely dangerous this season. It's my second time dying. It's my second time dying to a beast since they fixed the extra damage that we were getting hit by. So very, very dangerous. Take a look, make a lookout for beasts. But Ritual Lake, basically the idea here is that you stack 2 enrage modifiers on your map, and then you find a Ritual Lake which has a win condition for the map that is not completable or that you can't ignore. I got the one in here. I got the ambush. So because I'm so fast, I can run away from the ambush, never kill the ambush, and then still clear all of the map. So why Ritual Lake? Ritual Lake is one of the best map in terms of density, and it often procs with a lot of rares in it. So if it does proc with lots of rares, rares give a lot of XP. This is where most of your XP and favor gain come from in Last Epoch, is killing those maps with a lot of rares in it. So it proves to be, and it's just like a nice layout. It's completely open. It's like a big football field. You just run from left to right, and you just like zigzag through the map and kill everything. So I made 166k for 55 minutes. This is about 10% less than 1 hour. So if you extrapolate this to 1000 corruption, that would be equal to about 219k. This is not exactly true because I didn't calculate for the extra enrage that I got here. So yeah, but this is about what you would be expecting at 1000 corruption. And I don't think this is amazing. To be honest, it's not really amazing. It's okay. I mean, it's a decent way of doing things, but you're missing out on a couple of things. I got 11k bones, so you still proc beasts in this one. 87k gold. I got 4 havocs, 1 redemption, and you get lots of kill imprints. So this is one of the imprints that you might want to farm here. Is the kill imprint, which is the one at the top right of the woven tree. If you want to farm this one, it's very good. You don't get many cash imprints. You'll get a few here and there. You don't get any echo reward. You barely get any champion rewards. And you don't really farm double tier 7s because those are usually farmed best with the nemesis, right? So that is one method of doing things. I think overall it's okay, but I don't think it is worth really doing. I remember testing this last season in season 2 with Ballista. I think with Ballista it actually was a better, even though we had less movement speed, it was actually better because the Ballista just shoot everything in range and they linger a little bit behind. And so like I guess they kill more stuff. They have like more a bigger range. But yeah, I think this is a decent method for farming purely favor and getting lots of kill imprints, but I don't think that this is the overall best way of farming, because you get like no amber, barely any cash imprints, the echo rewards, champions, and no double tier 7s, right? Next, I tried the Exiled Mage reset. This one is the Exiled Mage Rune Prison Complex Woven Echo. This is a Woven Echo that has 25 exiled mages in it, and then you just run around and kill all of these exiled mages, and you just don't go to the middle to complete the map. You just exit and come back. I'll show you exactly what I did. It was a little bit later around here. Guess we can find this here. All right, the Rune Prison Complex here. So this is the Woven Echo that you do. As you can see, you got a lot of these exiled mage here. Make sure that you grab on your woven tree the double exiled mages and the champion spawns when you proc an exiled mage. So you have a chance to get some champions. You have a chance to get double the exiled mages. So if you have a build that can open them all at once, and then move on and open the second room all at once, Reflect here is really good, because all I can do is you grab them all, and then you go into the middle, and then they just all look at you and they die, and you have quite a bit of damage. But there are some other builds that can do this very well as well. Keep in mind that this will be quite a bit more difficult if you are in hardcore, because this is more dangerous. You're opening up a lot of different monsters all at once. But if you are in softcore, I died once in the time that I've did it, and I think you could safely do this in softcore, and even with some deaths here and there, you would still be fine with this method of farming. And this one proved to be really, really good for favor farm. So I got about 283k at 500 corruption for an hour, and that would extrapolate to 373k at 1000 corruption. So this is a very, very strong method of farming favor. This specific Woven Echo drops from exiled mages, so this can be rare to get, but once you get one, you imprint it, you go in, and you never finish it. You never go to the middle. Once you're done killing all the exiled mages, you just exit back and you come back in. You still get... Okay, so there's the drops for these exiled mages. They won't... The initial mages, they won't drop their regular drops, but I believe that the second exiled mage I can proc, the duplicated one, can actually... Well, no, I don't know if it's exactly that one, but like I know you can still get... Sometimes you get the uniques that the exile may drop, like the Mad Alchemist Ladle, for example, or you can also get some experimental items, but they will be much scarcer, as not all of the exiled mages will drop them. I think it's only has a chance on the duplicated ones, right? This is also a great way of farming the champion imprint. So it's great for the champion imprint. It's not really good for the double tier 7s. It's not, you don't get any echo rewards. You don't get really many caches. The kills, I haven't seen this happen in this one, because you're not killing that many things, only the exiled mages. So I don't think this is good for the kills either. Neither for the beast or bones or memory amber, but it's probably the best COF favor farmer right now, is if you can open up all of the exiled mages and kill them very fast. So the Exiled Mage reset, I think, is the best favor farm currently in the game if you are able to do it fast. So if that is something that you want to do, for example, you want to farm favor fast to get some red rings, you want to farm favor fast to get some idols for your reflect build, or, like any reason that you want to get a lot of favor, I think this is the best method of doing so. So the Exiled Mage reset is one of those best method so far in my testing, right? Next up, I tried the Lostwood foley and the false temple strat, which is like a pretty straightforward. It's the thing that we all pretty much did last patch, right? So the Lostwood foley with surrounded by the false temples. So the Lostwood foley spreads monsters into the surrounding echoes, and these will be affected in the false temples. So it spread monsters that will drop memory amber. So you can actually sustain this method infinitely. It costs 750 per false temple and 1000 per Lostwood foley for a 4.7k total cost. In 13 minutes, I farmed 36k favor. So 13 minutes was like one cycle, I would say. So one Lostwood foley with 5 false temple took me 13 minutes on this build. I got 8,185 Amber, which is about 3.5k profit, or almost like 1 Trove. So Trove is the other Woven Echo that gives you a lot of caches, and those caches are very, very good at proccing the imprints for the caches, right? It was about 166k favor, extrapolated for 1 hour, which is really just about what you get for Ritual Lake. You get slightly more in Ritual Lake because this was for 55 minutes. So you add 10% of 166k. But so this is another decent method, which I don't think it's the best for favor farm, but it's really good. You know, it feels good to grab all of these shrines and be really powerful. And especially if you have like a slower build, if you have a slower build, you will feel more powerful and faster, because you'll often get those shrines that give you movement speed, that gives you like increased boost everything and stuff like that. So this can be a very decent method for farming a lot of things at once. So COF favor, memory ember, this is very, very good. You won't get any bones or beast materials. The imprints on kill, I don't think that you get the kill imprints in the Woven Echoes, so I don't think you really get this. The cash imprint, you know, you can still spend your extra memory ember for whatever you want, whether it is the caches, whether it is to buy, I don't know, beast Woven Echoes, or whatever Woven Echo that you need. You'll have some extra memory ember to buy those. This does prog the Echo Reward imprint though, so this is pretty good for that. I have another like more, I guess more expansive and more min-maxed version of this farming method, which is basically doing the Lostwood foley with the Lostwood foley with the false temples, but you also include a Sepulchre of the Lost for some of the imprints for the Echo Rewards, because the Sepulchre of the Lost will grab the Echo Rewards from all surrounding echoes. And all of these separate chests at the end have a chance to proc the Echo Reward imprint. So if you want to look out through my YouTube channel, there's a video about that farming method as well. It is from last season. You won't really get any good imprints from champions here, and you won't really get any crazy double tier 7 either. But these are the methods that I have tested today. And there is one other thing that I have been doing since the beginning of the patch, which is just imprinting your you just imprint in these slots here, Woven Riches and Loomed Riches. You imprint whichever Woven Echo that you want. For example, if you want to have like some Conquered Tower to confront Nemesis, so this is a very good way of getting double tier 7s. You put one here, and then you take a second one. Maybe you farm Trove with your second one to be able to farm your imprint here. And then you just blast echoes non-stop, right? You blast echoes. You will get the Echo Reward imprints. You will get the kill imprints. You will get memory ember, because sometimes you get some in tombs and cemeteries, right? While you're doing it. You will get the beasts. So you will get the primordial items. You will also get some of these you'll also get some of these to proc. So if you put like the Nemesis, you'll be farming some double tier 7s. If you get the Trove, you'll be farming this imprint. When you're doing your regular killing, you're proccing this imprint. You're proccing this imprint with every echo. You're getting a lot of champions because you're grabbing probably the Twin Mage chance and the champion appearance. So the champion nodes are very good if you want to proc this imprint as well. More champions also mean more rares, also means more experience. Experience equals favor, because favor scales with experience. So I think that overall in this patch, depending on what you are trying to farm, but the most well-rounded farming method is actually just playing the game. So playing the game, going fast, and getting some decent drops from every single thing at once, right? So you're getting every imprint, you're getting the beast, you're getting some cemeteries, you're making memory amber. You can still drop some, you'll drop some Woven Echoes. If you want to farm more of one thing or another, you just imprint it, and you go fast with a lot of movement speed, and through the monos and through the echoes, and then you just play the game. So, yeah, that's my video for today, guys. So far, based on my testing, by far the best was the Exiled Mage reset for COF favor farming. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much the video. Yes, and someone is mentioning in chat that what kind of terrible Weaver tree is this? This is specifically for, I just removed some of these. I didn't want to change a lot of the Weaver tree for some of the, because when I died in hardcore, this is not my Weaver tree. I will not talk about like the, well, actually, I can't talk about the basics of the Weaver tree. The only reason I had this Weaver tree was because I needed to farm Memory Amber because I am now in softcore since I died, and I still wanted to try finish the testing, and so I just needed to get Memory Amber to get access to more Woven Echoes to be able to buy them, right? So this is not the recommended Weaver tree that I do recommend. Overall, a basic Weaver tree would grab all of the imprints, right? Let's respec this Weaver tree and show exactly what I would do for a basic, really basic Weaver tree. So if you remove everything here, boom, 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 like so, so. I think this is also a much requested thing, right? What Weaver tree do I use? Well, the thing is, there is not one universal Weaver tree. I think one very basic Weaver tree would be grabbing all of the imprints like so. I like in this patch, I honestly like to go for these beasts as well, but like I'm just gonna show the very most basic Weaver tree. I think this is like the base of any Weaver tree. You might want to go one way or another, but other things that I like to grab, okay, is gonna be the Twin Mage's Chance. This also gives you more XP and more favor and whatnot. The Champions, I like this, especially if you're playing something that needs like Mad Alchemist Ladle, for example. But these are not necessary, right? But I like to grab them. The thing is, depending on the build that you are playing, there are some depending on the build that you are playing, there are some nodes that you might want to take or might not want to take, right? I think in this patch, increased Rift Beast chance is really good, and they are accompanied by other enemies that drop Ancient Bones. So these things are very good, and I play hardcore, so I will never go in here to get more damage with Crystallized Hearts. The beasts already have so much freaking damage. It is absolutely crazy. They are the most dangerous monsters in the entire game, in my opinion. And with each patch, the game becomes more and more dangerous. Another one that I kind of like, because I'm just blasting maps a lot, is getting the double rewards chance on echoes. So this is pretty good. The extra Memory Amber drop chance is pretty good as well. The drop rate of Memory Amber in your echoes. So I do like these two as well. This will enable you to buy more Woven Echoes, and this will enable you to get double rewards. So in COF early on, I do grab some gold drops to be able to buy a lot of stash tabs. So piles of gold and gold drops. But later on, once you have enough gold, you can remove those. And after this, it's kind of like up to you. I really like the favorite cache. So you have a chance for favorite cache to spawn in your echoes. So this one is very good. Also, the additional exalted items. I like the lizard stuff here. So I grab all of the exalted items from loot caches. I grab the exalted items pile chance from the loot lizard. I usually like to go down here. Loot lizard from caches, especially if you're farming troves. Loot lizard spawn rate. I just really like the loot lizards in general. So apart from that, if you want to go even more into the loot lizard shrines and stuff like that, you will have to remove things. But there are some decent nodes here with the loot lizards. Decent note if you're trying to farm some Weaver's Will with a lucky chance here. If you want to stay at a certain amount of corruption and still kill Shades, Purge Horizon can be great. Killing Shades no longer grants corruption to your timelines. One thing that I will need to test eventually is going to be the Super Arena Echo chance, and just like trying to farm Super Arena as much as possible to figure out, like, you know, if there's anything there in terms of favor gain or anything like that. Which I don't think there is, but maybe there is something good here. Oh, also, I usually like to disable the beacons. Beacons never appear. Arena never appear. I kind of like these two here. You can also disable some different echo rewards. Nemesis encounters are more common in your echoes, so this can be great, but I usually never put any items inside of echoes. When I do Nemesis, it's only going to be the what is it called? The Conquered Tower. Because it's too risky. In hardcore, I don't want to open up my menu with monsters still being able to attack me and take time to put an item, look through my stash, and put it into the Nemesis. I never do this, so you can grab this if you want, but you know, you don't really have to. Possessed enemies, will drop more loot. They will not. So they have like better loot drops, but it's not really necessary to grab the possessed chance. They have like some pretty crazy mods with possessed. They have like more damage. They have more health. I don't think it's worth it to grab the possessed mods here. And yeah, that's pretty much what you want to do. Dungeon enemy packs, these are very, very, very dangerous too. Like if you grab the enemies from Soulfire Bastion, they will just completely one-shot you. So don't do this in hardcore, except if you're willing to take the risk of dying to a one-shot. Although they would have in softcore Fury and Fortune. Rare enemies are permanently enraged, but they drop digital runes and glyphs. So if you want to farm more Runes of Havoc and everything, Fury and Fortune is very good. But the rest is pretty straightforward. This is like the basic tree that I would go for. And yeah, so hope you learned something in this video, guys. In conclusion, I think just blast, farm all the imprints, kill the beasts, go into tombs, go into beast portals, play all of the different activities in the game, and you will be having a great time farming. And if you want to specifically farm favor, the Exiled Mage reset is probably your best bet. Hope you learned something, and I'll see you guys all in the next